In the heart of Nigeria, surrounded by lush green forests and tall palm trees, there was a village called Umunna. The people of Umunna were happy and hardworking. They farmed yams, fished in the river, and celebrated their rich culture with music and dance. The villagers believed in their gods and worshipped idols made of wood and stone. They prayed to the god of the river for fish, the god of the sun for sunshine, and the god of the harvest for bountiful crops. In Umuna lived a young boy named Obi. Obi was smart, kind, and loved by everyone. His father, Chief Unamdi, was the head of the village and a respected man. Chief Unamdi was a devoted traditional worshipper and took great pride in leading the people during rituals and sacrifices to the gods. Obi's mother, Adama, was gentle and always told him stories of their ancestors and the importance of their traditions. One day, strange men arrived in Umuna. They were dressed differently and spoke in a language that was not familiar to the villagers. These men were missionaries who had traveled far to spread the message of Christianity. They carried books which they called Bibles and told the villagers about the one true God who loved everyone. They spoke of Jesus who was kind, healed the sick, and taught people to love one another. The villagers were curious, but many were also afraid. They had known their gods and traditions for generations. Why should they listen to these strangers? Chief Unamdi, like many others, was angry. He believed these men were disrespecting their gods. Our gods have protected us for many years. Why should we abandon them now? He said. Many villagers nodded in agreement, but Obi was curious. He wanted to know more about these new teachings. The missionaries were kind to him. They told him stories about the Bible, and Obi liked the story of David and Goliath the most. He learned about forgiveness, love, and faith. Obi kept his new interest a secret because he knew his father would not approve. One evening, Chief Unamdi gathered the villagers at the shrine of Amadioha, the god of thunder. They were to perform a special ritual to ask the gods to protect the village from the strange teachings of the missionaries. The villagers danced, sang, and made sacrifices, hoping to please their gods. Drums beat loudly, and the air was thick with the smell of burning herbs. Obi watched from afar, torn between his love for his village traditions and the new teachings that warmed his heart. That night, he had a dream. In his dream, he saw a beautiful light shining over Umuna. In the light stood a man dressed in white with a gentle smile. "Do not be afraid, Obi," the man said. "Spread love and peace to your people." The next morning, Obi decided to visit the missionaries openly. When Chief Unamdi found out, he was furious. "Obi, you are my son, the future of this village. How can you betray our gods and our people?" he shouted. Obi tried to explain, but his father would not listen. He banished Obi from the family home until he renounced the new faith. Obi felt sad and alone, but the missionaries took him in. They taught him to read and write, and Obi grew in his new faith. Slowly, other villagers, especially the children, began to visit the missionaries too. They liked learning new things and hearing stories about Jesus. However, some traditional worshippers in the village were angry. They believed the gods were punishing them because of the missionaries. Crops failed and the river dried up. They blamed Obi and the missionaries for turning away from the gods. A group of angry villagers led by Chief Unamdi decided to chase the missionaries away. They burned the missionaries' huts and chased them with sticks. Obi stood in front of the missionaries, begging his father and the villagers to stop. "Father, please listen. The God of the missionaries is not here to harm us. He loves us and wants us to live in peace. The problems we face are not punishment but challenges we can overcome together." But the villagers did not listen. They pushed Obi aside and drove the missionaries out of Umuna. That night, Chief Unamdi could not sleep. He tossed and turned, haunted by Obi's words. Suddenly, there was a loud crash outside his hut. Lightning struck the shrine of Amadira, and the idol of the god shattered into pieces. The villagers rushed out in fear. Was this a sign? Chief Unamdi felt a pang of guilt and fear. He began to wonder if he had been wrong. Days turned into weeks, and the village grew quiet. The river remained dry, and the crops still struggled. One day, a terrible illness spread through the village. Many villagers, including Chief Unamdi, became very sick. No one knew what to do, and the traditional healers' remedies failed. Obi, who had been praying every day, went to his father. With tears in his eyes, he said, "Father, let us ask the God of the missionaries for help. He is merciful and can heal our village." Chief Unamdi, weak and desperate, nodded. Obi prayed for his father, his family, and the whole village. The next morning, the rain finally came. With time, the river filled up and the crops began to grow again. Chief Unamdi and the villagers slowly recovered from their illness. They were amazed and grateful. Chief Unamdi, humbled and moved by his son's faith, called a meeting of the villagers. "My people," Chief Unamdi said, "we have always honored our traditions, but today we have learned that there is more to faith than we know. We should not fear change, but embrace the good it brings. Let us welcome the missionaries back and learn about their God, who healed us in our time of need." The villagers cheered. They welcomed the missionaries back with open arms. Slowly, Christianity spread through Umunna. People still kept some of their traditions, but they also embraced the new faith. They learned to live in harmony, respecting each other's belief. Obi's courage and faith brought peace and healing to his village. He grew up to be a wise and kind leader, just like his father. And the people of Umuna never forgot the day when light came to their village, teaching them about love, faith, and redemption. And so, Christianity found its way into the hearts of the people of Umuna, not by force, but through love, patience, and the brave heart of a young boy named Obi. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video and want to be watching more interesting African folk tales, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to notify you whenever I post my videos.